My name is Frank Russo, and I do the Italy garden at the Botanical Garden. Where did I learn how to garden? I started when I was old enough to walk, I guess, about 2, 3 years old, 4 years old, and I'd go with my grandmother or my grandfather into the garden. That was in East Harlem, New York. I guess you would call it the second Little Italy. That's where the first Mount Carmel Church in New York was built. And they would show me how to plant, how to pick string beans, tomatoes. My grandmother would pick squash flowers every morning for me, and she would make them. A wonderful woman. And it was just a lot of fun. And I learned a lot about gardening with them. I was fortunate. I was one of the little kids that had a red wagon. And he would send me down to the corner vegetable store. And I would get all the waste produce. And the guy there, he would just pile it on to the wagon. And I'd walk back up the block. My grandfather would take it through the hall, back into the garden. He just said, "We're feeding the soil. We're feeding the soil." Today everybody talks about natural and organic. I don't know how much more you can get. Fortunately, my grandmother was one of the lucky ones. We had a garden with about 40 foot long and about 30, 35 feet wide. It was actually like a mini farm, and she grew everything. Basil, tomatoes, string beans, dandelions, Swiss chard. I try to do the same at the botanical gardens. I grow basically what we ate, and I'm probably the only one around that grows dandelions. People come and they look, they say, "Oh, they look like dandelions." I say, "Yeah, you know." And I grow 3 different types. The dandelions, I grow arugula, the Italian arugula that runs wild, that you would get if you were in Italy. And a lot of my seeds come from Italy. They're heirlooms handed down, or I'll buy seeds from Italy. My grandchildren, I take them to the garden all the time, and they love it. I teach them to plant. I've had them there from when they can walk. And the one thing they love to do is water the flowers, so to speak. But then I teach them how to plant, and they pick. And strangely enough, they do all the things I did when I was a kid. I have to stop them from picking the green tomatoes, just pick the red ones. But I don't mind. It doesn't, it doesn't make me mad or anything. I enjoy it. It gives me a tremendous feeling. It really is. I really feel I'm doing something good for them. Because maybe right now they don't understand what they're doing the way I understand it. But when they get older, they'll fall into it the way I do, I believe. Because it's something, you really don't let go of it that quick. You know, it gets into you and you enjoy it.
I'll get out of the way, Jim.